All right, welcome to the webinar. My name is Jimmy Talbert. I'm really excited about what we're going to be going through today. We're going to be talking through some different strategies to help you on Facebook, help you get more leads, help you get more of a following, and also help you convert more of those leads. So we've been lucky enough to actually recruit Mari Smith. Mari Smith is I'm humbled to be on a webinar with her. She is absolutely the premier Facebook marketer and expert in Facebook and social media marketing. And she has done incredible things. Forbes has actually described her as the permanent Facebook expert, which is pretty exciting. She has over 1.7 million followers, believe it or not. So personally, I've got about 650. So 1.7 million is most certainly more than me. my name is Jimmy Talbert. I'm here with Infusionsoft. Mari is someone who has been gracious enough to come and share some of her wisdom and some of her knowledge with all of us. So I wanted to make sure that just everybody can hear me properly. So if you don't mind, I'm here in Chandler, Arizona. I know Mari's in California. If you don't mind, just go ahead and fill it into the chat bar where you're from. And that way I know that you can hear me. It looks like Ryan can hear me for sure. We got a lot of people. You have people from Colorado, Atlanta, Oregon. We've got Pennsylvania. They're coming in so fast I can't even read them. We've got several hundred people on the call right now. Toronto. All right, I can't even go. It's going too fast. Thank you so much. I know that you can all hear me now. That is wonderful. I would encourage you to please stay as engaged as possible. As Mari's going through her presentation, please ask questions. We're doing this live, and I apologize that we're getting started a little bit late, but I guarantee you it will be well worth your time. We're going to have some different goodies throughout the call, and then we got something special for you towards the end as well, but you got to stick around till the end to actually find out what that is. So without further ado, I turn it over to the person of the hour, Mari Smith. Mari, do you mind going ahead and taking it from here?
Let's do it, Jimmy. You got it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for that lovely introduction, I should say. Hello, greetings, my lovely friends. And I am so terribly sorry. I know how much it takes to carve out time in your day to come and attend a webinar live. And I don't know about you, but I know for me, when I sign up to attend something, I just assume come live. Because it's always sometimes it's challenging to find time later. I know we have a lot of people who want to attend this webinar, and they'll be tuning in later to the replay. But I'm particularly talking to the folks who are here with us live right now and patiently waiting. So thank you so much. I have a lot to cover for you, and everything should be coming through nicely on my desktop. So here we go. This is really Facebook 2018, Facebook, the future of Facebook, Facebook advertising. I saw a couple of titles out there. But it's really what you need to know now as a marketer, as a business owner, what you need to know now to really take advantage of what Facebook is rolling out in the coming 12 to 18 months or more even. We're starting out here talking about how the world's communicating. It is mobile. It's getting very close to 90%. It hovers around 90%. Just below, Facebook users are accessing the platform predominantly on their mobile devices. This is really crucial to know for all of us business owners, advertisers, marketers here today, because if you, like me, if you spend quite a bit of time sitting in front of a large screen monitor at your desk, it's vital, it's crucial that you also pick your phone up and look at how your campaigns, your websites, your ads, your Facebook pages, your Instagram, how do they all show up on mobile? Because your audience is looking at your content on mobile. It's video. You know that Facebook is very, very aggressive and all in. I like to say all in on video. They're very aggressively pushing that. And speaking of which, I was really wanting and hoping, I'm totally camera ready right now. I was hoping to get my webcam enabled on this ReadyTalk platform, and we had some technical hiccups. It wasn't the camera part. I don't know what went wrong, but we got there in the end, like I say. But I was so determined to come to you via camera here today as well. I love doing Facebook Live, and you can catch those regularly at my Facebook page at Mari Smith, the one with the blue check. Then we also want to go messaging apps. So these three together, mobile and video and messaging apps. We'll be talking quite a bit about all three today. Let's talk about Gen Z, the picture in here over this stock picture over here, but it's Gen Z or Gen Z for any of my friends here that are fellow Canadians or are British. I am Scottish, Canadian, and Californian, by the way. I moved to San Diego in 1999, but I was born in Canada, and then my parents are from Scotland. I spent 20 years in Scotland. So anyway, Gen Z or Gen Z. Those are everybody on the planet age 18 and under. Some people like to say 20 and under. It's basically 18 and under. And it makes up, right now, that demographic is 30% of the global population and will be 40% by 2020, which is astounding. And guess what, my friends? Guess what? Their favorite app, their favorite channel is actually YouTube. And when you think about it, there's many reasons why. Because, they can just binge watch all kinds of video, and they can search and find, and it's not, they're not getting bombarded with ads. Their parents aren't really on there. They can find whatever content they want, and they just love it. So that's really interesting to know and useful to know because if you're reaching that demographic. But this is a demographic that is up and coming, right? So let's take a look at U.S. consumers spending 5 hours a day on their mobile devices, and look at this. 1 full hour of that 5 hours is Facebook, right here. It's incredible. And another further half hour is on messaging. Incredible, right? So just keeping these in mind. We're going to build a foundation here. We're going to build up to giving you some very strong and powerful key takeaways today and some action steps that I recommend that you take to really improve your Facebook marketing, especially your advertising going into the coming years and also for the holiday season. This is Facebook's 10-year roadmap. You may have seen this before. We are well on the way in now, probably about 3 years now. All the ecosystems are in place. And we're right now focusing on these two here, video and Messenger. I'm saying we. I'm not. I'm independent. I was working with Facebook a couple of years ago. They hired me, went on tour with them, the Boost Your Business event that they had. But I've been an evangelist for the company for 11 years now, and I just love it. I love it. My enthusiasm has never waned. And even though they challenge us, don't they, with all those changes. So Messenger, WhatsApp, Instagram, this is the family of apps here. And this, where they're moving, as I say, mobile and video. Now look at this. This was Facebook's own study. A recent eye tracking study showed that people gaze 5 times longer at video than they do static content. So that's another terrific argument of why you need to be doing more video. Again, we've got some wonderful tips and takeaways for you here today. Another interesting fact, again, Facebook's own study, we identified 5 factors related to the rise of online video viewing. I love this. This is really exciting. Look at this. Obviously, smartphones, right, makes it easier to consume video. Shorter attention spans, micro video, watching little short videos, binge watching, right? So Facebook has their new television platform out called Watch, and that's perfect for binge watchers. The importance of context, seeing videos in the stream where their friends are, in the social context, and then the thrill of novelty. This is just a screenshot of the watch. I don't know if you can see my cursor. I think you might be able to. But I think I can grab a little pen up here, can't I? Yes, I can. Maybe I can do that. Yeah, a little highlighter or something. Careful, Mari, don't break the system. There you go. Take that off. Anyway, so Watch. I'm curious if anybody here has not checked out Watch. It's on desktop and mobile and Facebook's television app. And they're absolutely aggressively moving into the direction of digital streaming television, Facebook TV. Watch this, my friends. These stats I'm going to show you on this slide. They show you the percentage of the downstream traffic on the internet last year. These are last year's stats. And I don't have this year's for you yet. Netflix owns 35.2% of the total downstream traffic on the internet. YouTube, very close, back in there. And then Amazon, you say, oh my gosh, Amazon only 4.2%. But the big news I wanted you to take in about Amazon, it's probably much higher now. It doubled. It doubled in 1 year. It was 2% in 2015, 4% in 2016. And then look at this Facebook. Now, again, this is not since Watch. As soon as we have the stats from the Watch, how many people are actually watching some of that content, this number will go way up. We'd have Hulu in there. Hulu is actually about number 3 or 4. Facebook's about number 5 on this list. I didn't put them all in with the blue dot there. But I want you to just kind of remember this slide, because as we go into the next year and beyond, I absolutely guarantee you, friends, that Facebook is going to be climbing up this chart. They are very, very aggressively going after the digital streaming television, because it is a $70 billion television advertising industry that they want to tap into, even a wee small slice of that, okay? Let's look at the family of apps. They call it the family apps. This is WhatsApp. This is very popular outside the United States. They say one-to-one. Messenger, they say, is for small groups. That's the most popular messaging app in the U.S. And then they think of Facebook, that Facebook app for friends, the Groups app, although the Groups app is not a separate app any longer, but just the Groups product, is community, and they think of Instagram as the whole world. It has been said, and I love this line, that Instagram is Facebook's next Facebook. Okay, they have 800 million. I'm going to put all these up for you right now because we got a boogie. We got quite a bit to cover. Facebook just announced on their third quarter earnings they are very close to 2.1 billion monthly active users for Facebook. Messenger 1.3 billion, Instagram 800 million. As soon as that gets to 1 billion, which won't be that far away, I don't think. They're really already, monetizing with the ad products and everything they're doing in Instagram. And it's really a very beloved app amongst a wide range of demographics. People seem to think it's only for younger folks, but Snapchat is definitely preferred by a very young demographic, but Instagram is really great for business as well. WhatsApp, 1.3 billion, and Facebook, watch where we go with this in the next 12 months. I guarantee that Facebook's going to be really, really doing much, much more for businesses on WhatsApp. So if you tuning in here today are a business that targets European audiences or other parts of the world, or you're based outside the U.S., then really keep an eye on what Facebook's doing with WhatsApp. Now then, I also want you to know about this app. And I actually cannot see the chat right now. I'm only seeing my slides. So I would ask you to guess what app this is. I know many of you will know, but some might not. This app is actually WeChat. This is China's WeChat. And it has been said, my friends, that China's WeChat is like the top messaging app in the world, and they are light years ahead of the Western world in terms of their messaging app and how everything is in the same app. And the only two apps in the Western world that are remotely poised to compete are Facebook's Messenger and WhatsApp, owned by Facebook. Now then, I do have a video on the next slide, and I think probably the audio is not going to come through too well, so I'm going to just kind of narrate it for you. And so I apologize in advance if it doesn't come through. We can get you a link of where to see this video. It's a short clip of a 5-minute video that the New York Times put out last year regarding WeChat. I'm only going to show you about a minute of it. Oh, yeah, actually don't even have any audio on there. The audio's not playing out. Okay, well, that's not good, Mari. I think the audio's on my internal speakers. Well,
it's playing the visual, though, Mari.
Yeah. So I'll just narrate what it's saying. Is that WeChat, and watch this when he slides. He's going to slide this. He's like, if you're sitting outside China right now, you might not even know about this app, but they call it the super app. It's a super app because it's all these apps in one. It's like your WhatsApp, your Amazon, your Instagram, your Venmo, your Tinder, your Skype, your Facebook, your Instagram, everything. They even have apps for things that we haven't even invented yet. Like this one here, you see the map. It's actually a heat map to see if somewhere is busy, if it's crowded right now, and so on and so forth. And so the reason I show that is because it's a brilliant video, and I highly recommend it. You want to even get a glimpse, if you guys want a glimpse of where Facebook wants to take Messenger and WhatsApp, I highly recommend watching that video. You can even just Google it. Google it, New York Times WeChat video. Very, very well done. Highly educational. This is David Marcus, who heads up Messenger. And when they brought out bots last year, there's a really big growth here. I'd be very curious to know how many of you here are using bots, Messenger bots, and having some good success with them. With Messenger, as I mentioned earlier, actually I think it's 1.3, isn't it? I need to change that. 2 billion messages between businesses and people that are sent each month. as both automated and human-initiated. Automated meaning through the bot, so 100,000 monthly active Messenger bots right now. Watch this now. This is super important. 53% of people say they are more likely to do business with a business that they can message, right? So this is really important. So this is something that I'm working on myself in my own business. I do have ManyChat. ManyChat is a great messenger bot, very, very easy to use and integrate with what you're doing on your other, marketing efforts. Chat Fuel is another one. I don't have an affiliation with the companies. I just know what's available for be able to use these. But what that means is that you can easily set up a simple automated, just even for frequently asked questions or to direct people to certain places on your website. And inside of the Messenger, there's a place where you can discover bots. This is a huge part of the future. Plus, my friend, Facebook is bringing out more advertising tools so that you can place ads right inside of Messenger. So I know it can be very frustrating and confusing even. It's like going, oh my God, Mari, I'm only just getting to grips with Facebook ads. Now I need to add on Instagrams, and now Instagram ads, and now there's Messenger ads, and then video ads. It can be unwieldy. And I'm here to help you, and I know Infusionsoft has a lot of resources, and stay tuned. We've got more to go here with some good content for you. This is what I was talking about, the discover part, right? So you can just go inside of Messenger and look at the rediscover tab. And all of these are bots. All of these have them already set up, and you could get like the Wall Street Journal every day or Yahoo Finance or something like that, food, recipes, travel updates, you name it. Really, really good things that you can do in there. They're calling it conversational commerce. It's just a little animated GIF over here. This is an example of where like you want to have your prospect tap, learn more. And then they can even pick an appointment, or they can pick, anything to shop. They can shop right inside of Messenger. Conversational commerce, big drive towards that part of doing business, because so many different segments of demographics are on Messenger, not just young folks. And what you can do inside there, really easily generate leads. You can nurture relationships because the open rate is amazing inside of Messenger. You don't want to do it instead of email, though. I know we're here brought to you by Infusionsoft. By the way, I should have said right up the top of the when we got started, I've been an Infusionsoft customer since 2009. It is absolutely my CRM, my email marketing, my e-commerce platform of choice. I wouldn't use any other platform. It's brilliant for what it does. It really is perfect in the campaigns and everything. So you can nurture your relationships, but one of the goals of getting people into Messenger is to then also get them onto your email list. You can build trust. You can make sales, as they write inside Messenger, and you can definitely offer customer support. And offer special offers. We're just coming on Black Friday. It's the perfect time for doing special offers. Let's dive deeper into ads. That's what I know most of you here today want to know. Mari, tell me about what the heck do I need to know about ads? Well, guess what? This year earlier, Sheryl Sandberg started to say it. She's Facebook's COO. She started to say it on Q2. I heard her say it on the Q2 earnings call, Q1 and Q2 earnings calls this year, that their number one focus is that all ads must drive business. Hello, that was music to my ears when they started to say that. I think Facebook, like when I was working with them directly 2 years ago, went on tour with them, it was like a mantra. Anybody ever came up to anybody at Facebook and was like, I'm struggling with my business. I could use some help. Buy more ads, buy more ads. I know they would just say that was their standard answer. Buy more ads. But then it's like, wait a minute. Oh, my gosh. These ads must drive business. And Sheryl called the proxy metrics. Video views are great. Likes are great. Engagement, shares, likes, reactions, lift in ad recall, all of those are great, and we want those, but those are proxy metrics. Be careful of only focusing on those. You must focus on the ROI, the purchase. Sheryl actually said, you see an ad, it leads to a purchase. You see an ad, she literally said that. You see an ad, you go out and buy a truck. You see an ad, you go get a Starbucks. Well, I don't know about you guys, friends, but let's be real here. Yeah, I might see an ad and go get a Starbucks, although I don't drink coffee anymore. I give it up in the summer. Do I want to see an ad and go buy a truck? I suppose if I was on the market for a truck and it was really, really well crafted, well targeted. But it isn't as simple as that. You all know that, right? You have to nurture the relationship. And I put a wee smiley heart emoji eye here. Shout out to Infusionsoft, because This is where you want to get people and everybody knows about a funnel, right? A marketing funnel. You give away something of value. You get people onto your email list. You continue to give them value. You nurture that relationship through campaigns, or email campaigns, or phone calls, or text messages, or whatever people have opted in for. Then, yes, they would be more likely to make a purchase. It's a cold. Nobody was going to advertise to a cold audience an ad for a truck, and then the person's just going to go out and buy a truck. So I know that Cheryl didn't mean it literally like that, but we've got to make sure it's all part of an integrated campaign, right? An integrated marketing effort. Cheryl also said to develop short-form snackable content, and that is the content you're going to turn into video ads, okay? So what do we mean by that? Let's look at, actually, the next slide, I've got some examples. So she means short-form snackable content is video and images native to mobile, such as Square. Now, Square video actually performs way better than landscape, but you could also do portrait. We're going to start seeing more and more portrait video and image ads. Right now you can do portrait video and portrait image inside of a canvas ad. Stories are the size of a canvas ad. Those are portrait. You can only do stories, which are now on Instagram. 300 million daily active users are using stories on Instagram, and way, way, way more than Snapchat, where they borrowed the idea for the for the feature. And then Facebook's doing some really interesting things right now with stories on Facebook. They're actually bringing out stories for pages, stories for events, and stories for groups. Right now they're just for profiles. You also got the carousel, which is one of my favorite ad units. You can do up to 10 images and videos, and they are Square. I got this little animated GIF showing you as an example. Now, typically you're going to do up to 10. It could be images and or videos. You can do a combo. Each one of the 10 cards, called cards, can go to a different URL, and Facebook will optimize it for you. It will actually put up to the front the one that's doing the best for you. But I do know that Facebook does allow way more than 10 images or videos for certain advertisers. I have personally seen carousel ads in my feed from Amazon, which is one of my favorite companies. I'm always buying stuff from them. Love their app, their mobile app, with 26 cards. I counted them Monday, 26 cards. Amazing. Use what Facebook calls thumb-stopping creative. Remember, we've got almost 90% of Facebook's audience and Instagram. Obviously, Instagram's only mobile, but Facebook mostly are just thumbing through. They're thumbing through on mobile. So you want to use short and catchy creative. The average is about 84 characters. This is stats from our friends at BuzzSumo. They're a wonderful content discovery engine. I love BuzzSumo. And here's some examples from Red Bull. They're one of the greatest marketers out there. Look at that. A wee day out. Hey, our Scottish friends. Trucking, yeah. Do you want to see something weird? So short. Now, I got to tell you guys that I tend to be a little more wordy than the 84 characters, or medium 61. I tend to write a lot, but I've done that for 10 years on my Facebook page, and my audience is just used to it. So I want to, encourage you to test, and do what works for you. Find out what works for you. This is really exciting too. Watch this. This is a stat here by a company called Unruly. Enjoyment of video ads increases purchase intent by 97% and brand association by 139%. This is just a screenshot of a great video ad that I saw. This organization called Top Kickstarter Inventions, and this was a great company called Public Goods. And just amazing stats on that. 634,000 views on their video. And watch, if you can see my cursor, I don't know if you can or not, but 220 shares. This is an ad. Can you imagine that? This is like the holy grail, my friends. So you do an ad, a video ad. Now this is landscape, but I would recommend trying Square. And you do a video ad. Can you imagine you get 220 shares and hundreds of thousands of video views? That's what you're looking for, is that your content is so good, including your ads, that people would love to share it. That's never really going to go out of style, no matter what Facebook does. A quick example of a short. Remember Sheryl Sandberg said short, snackable, like just boom, you consume it in a few seconds and you moved on. She used this example in one of the earnings calls earlier this year. Tropicana, the juice company, they side-by-side tested 6-second, A/B test, 6-second versus 15-second video ads. And the shorter one, the 6-second ad, performed better. Now this is just a screenshot of Tropicana's videos on their page. They tested, some of these ads were what are called dark posts, right, unpublished. So you don't see them on the page, you see them only as an ad. Right? And they get millions, like 2 million views, 1.5 million views, amazing. Really, really good stuff. Great, great example. Now, this is my own example. I see this guy's ad periodically in my feed, iPhone Photography School, and he captivates me. I stop scrolling, and I literally will consume his video content because it's educational, it's helpful. This particular video right here, he does square, and he does his own nice large captions. 1 million views. That one got 800 shares. That's what I'm talking about, right? You paying to sponsor, or you paying to elevate, promote a piece of content on Facebook, and you got people watching it like crazy and sharing it like crazy. That's awesome. That's almost like free marketing there. Well, of course, you're paying to elevate it, but the sharing part, sharing to me is like the holy grail on Facebook. You want to get people sharing your content like crazy. You can do longer videos. So this particular video is 8 minutes, right? Compared to Tropicana, 6 seconds. It's not like, again, like I say, there's different approaches for what your objectives are. This particular one is a tutorial. The reason I would say I would consume that whole thing without even turning the volume on. Over 80% of videos are watched with volume off, by the way, sound off. So you want to have captions or lower thirds. Educational, tutorial, entertaining. Those are great, great approaches. The thing with video, though, people I know, I can even hear and feel you guys out there going, oh my God, Mari, I would create more video, but it's just going to take time. Guess what? 42% of marketers said that they would create more video if there were no obstacles like time, resources, and budget. OMG. A stat from our friends at Buffer. Well, I'm always on the look for great, great video products. And about a year ago, I came across one I just launched, and they are called Wave. And they are just amazing, amazing. You can get them at wave.video. That is their URL, wave.video. You can create simultaneously 6 versions of the same video: landscape, square, mobile, Facebook cover video, standard, and an Instagram story. Literally. So you build the video, and all 6 versions are building at the same time. And they have included with the account is you get access to 2.5 million royalty-free assets, videos, and images. And I just love it. Super easy to use. I put this whole slide, I'm going to put all these up here for you now. And I can let Infusionsoft have these slides, or you guys can watch the replay, of course, but I don't mind giving Infusionsoft these slides so they can share them with you guys if you want them. But Wave is one of my top choices. Another one I'm going to show you some examples of is Animoto. I've been an ambassador for them for many years. Adobe Spark Video is quite a new one. Promo, they're a little higher end, a little more enterprise level. It's amazing, amazing video clips. I just threw this one in here. Flipagram is just one of many, many examples of how to take the images and tiny video clips off of your mobile device and put them into a wonderful a slideshow, like a slideshow or just a montage, a video or a photo montage, and boom, you've got a video. And Lumen 5 is another whole other kind of approach, is that you could turn your written articles, your blog posts, you just load the URL into a site like Lumen 5, and it turns your articles into videos. I got to tell you, friends, it blows my mind when I look at a Facebook post and someone has a great, great article, a wonderful article, and the article is talking all about video or all about Facebook Live, but they're posting it as a link post. And links get very low reach. Average organic reach on Facebook is between 1% and 6%. You get way more reach if you post that article as a video. And you can use something like this, or you can create your own little video trailer from these other apps. Really cool stuff. Another great stat for you. People are 67% more likely to watch a square video to completion than they are to watch a horizontal one. Well, we love that. Here's another good example. My good friend Natalie Ledwell, she's founder of Mind Movies. And this was an ad that she and her partner ran for quite some time. Now, this is a square video. It's actually landscape, but inside she puts this header and footer, if you will, the lower thirds and the upper thirds. What's your number one success blocker? Take 30-second quiz. Quizzes do really, really well as ads. And 3.2 million views, 2,500 shares there. And this is all. This is you can see that there's no sound. There's actually no audio in this particular video ad. It's just a very eye-catching, pun intended. And, it's like, oh, wait, what? Oh, okay, I can take 30 seconds. So it was really well done. She got some tremendous results with that ad campaign. Let's look at a side-by-side comparison of landscape versus square. This is the Jane Goodall Institute. And on the left, they got 4,500 views and 67 shares of the landscape video. The exact same video, that's just a different thumbnail on the square version, but it's the exact same video, except different format, like I say. 28,000 compared to 4,500 views and 497 shares. Absolutely amazing. And the actual post, then they turned into a dark post with a donate button. They were doing some fundraising. And this, again, this one, there's music, but it's designed to be consumed audio off. These are the best kinds of videos that you can totally get the whole experience whether you have your volume on or not. Okay, and this one was actually, if I put my cursor down here, 37 seconds. Really beautiful, beautiful example. And look what they did at the Jane Goodall Institute. She just started out with $50 on each. $50 on the landscape, $50 on the square, and you can see side by side almost double the views, much more reactions, and more than twice, 2.5 times the shares. So they just did that A/B test. And then, okay, great, point made, we'll do the square video. Really nicely done. Another quick example for you. This is a Canvas. I wanted to include this for you in case nobody here had ever actually seen a Canvas ad. The Canvas is full screen. There's no sound on this one. All we're doing is we're watching someone on their phone as if they were looking at this ad. It is that full screen. It's fully immersive. And this is going to make you hungry, I'm sure. I thought this is Brussels Airlines promoting Mumbai, and I thought, what a brilliant ad, because they're not showing you pictures of airplanes or airports or special deals. They're showing you the absolute beauty of Mumbai, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is actually, I think this is a train station, isn't it? Anybody here who's ever been to India? Amazing, and it goes on, and you can get the feel for what they do. You know, you just swipe up, you swipe across, but look at the results. Absolutely outstanding. And those, by the way, both the Jane Goodall Institute ad and the Brussels airline ad, or the square videos inside of the ad were created with Animoto. These are used with permission from Animoto. 27 times more time spent on site. Whoa, hello. Previous Facebook campaigns led to an average of 3 seconds on site, whereas now they're getting 1 minute and 20 seconds, 27 times longer from the new Canvas ads. And you can see why. It's so glorious. You feel like you just went on a trip to India, right? Amazing. And they got 4,000 actions, 66 cents per cost per engagement. I don't know their previous cost, so, but just really a beautiful, beautiful example. And they have those square videos embedded inside a Canvas ad. Now then, you think, that's the high end. What I just showed you, like, that's going to take a lot of resources to build out a beautiful immersive Canvas ad like the Brussels Airlines. I want to show you a quick, super duper easy peasy example. This is from one of my clients, Kevin Murphy, celebrity hair guru from Australia. And I was doing a keynote training for them. And I was looking at many of their slides in one of their salons. So this is just a static image on the left, a static image from one of the Kevin Murphy salons. And I took that static image in about 30 seconds flat, my friends. Watch this on the right. 30 seconds flat. I turned that static image into a video, a 4-second looping video. All I did is added a candle flame, much more effective, right? And the wee sparkles. You're like, OMG, what app is that, Mari? It is simply called Lumiere. It's actually a free app, though I think you know what, there's probably a watermark. It's like $2 to remove the watermark, and it's like 99 cents to buy a few other effects. And I love it. So something like that. There's no excuse to not do video when you could just do something. Just start there if you're not doing it already. Really, really easy. So showing you the absolute high end of things as well as the super easy end of things. Now then, for my friends here, you're like, Mari, I'm already doing ads. We've tried Canvas, we've tried Carousel, we're doing Square Video. But guess what? If you are using the boost button, for more than 10%, just listening really closely, is a crucial point I'm going to make here, and this is one of the most important slides in the whole deck. If you're using the boost button on Facebook for more than you're using more than 10% of your ad budget on the boost button, Facebook's ad algorithms have you in a category of a novice advertiser, and they want to reward sophisticated advertisers. I'm saying it's the algorithms. It's all machine learning, and obviously there's human beings looking at some of the ads, but a lot of it is algorithmically controlled, and they know, those algos, they know if you're a sophisticated advertiser or a newbie. Newbies always hit the boost button, and it's no fair, right? It's not fair, darn it, because Facebook is always trying to get you to push that boost button. But from now on, I absolutely implore you to only use the boost button for roughly 10% of your ad budget. The rest needs to be inside of Ads Manager, or for those Power Editor people here, Power Editor, but Ads Manager is just as fine. Ideally, if you're having more than one business page that you're managing, or even if you just manage one main page, you want to use Business Manager. What you're doing, even just by using Ads Manager more and using Business Manager, you're telling Facebook you're a much more sophisticated advertiser and business user. Definitely need to have the Facebook Pixel installed. That's just a little piece of code that sits on your website that then allows you to do retargeting. Standard events is what's called conversion tracking. When you're driving people through your email broadcasts and your different advertising, you want to drive them to your website, but then you want to retarget the people that didn't sign up, the people that didn't download or opt in or make a purchase. You use custom audiences. I've got a screenshot coming up for that in a second, and also what are called lookalikes. And then objectives, you're going to choose traffic conversion, products, and or lead ads. Now then, this slide alone was directly, I made the slide, these are my words, but the content comes directly from Facebook, from the Facebook ads, from one of their a couple of their many ad experts. And what they're basically saying is if you implement all of this, you're going to get a better ROI on the ads, and B, you have much greater chance of getting better organic reach. No fair, right? But that's what they do. They're going to reward you with a bit more organic reach if you are paying them for ads. Now then, what are custom audiences? That's where you upload a customer file. Perfectly, absolutely fine. It's totally encrypted. It's hashed, as they call it. The data is protected. There's the pixel, your website traffic. Even if you have an offline business, you can do offline activity. And then engagement, if you click on engagement, that takes you to this whole separate sub-list. One of my favorite things to do on Facebook with the Ads Manager is a custom audience created with engagement. Now that is people who've watched your video, and it might be anything from 3 seconds, maybe I would recommend 10 seconds, watch at least 10 seconds of your video, all the way up to 90% of it. Maybe they've interacted with the lead form. The full screen, that's the canvas, interacted with your Facebook page or your Instagram profile. Oh, excuse me. I was trying not to sneeze, and I did not manage to mute in time. My apologies, friends. But thanks, Jimmy. Watch this. I did another little shout out to Infusionsoft because Infusionsoft can actually integrate with that lead form. Hooray! Love that. So that means with people opting into your lead form, you can have them automatically load into your Infusionsoft. And over here on the traffic and the custom audience targeting over here, you can actually also have that through an additional plugin on using Infusionsoft. You can have the custom audiences where it excludes people that have already purchased. Let's say you've got an ad running for a product launch, and then people, as soon as they purchase it, you don't want those people to see that ad. There's a way to do exclusion audiences through Infusionsoft as well. We're just going to take a couple more minutes to look at Facebook's future, and then Jimmy's got a super duper crazy, unbelievable, best offer I've ever seen. I'll tell you what, in 2009 when I signed up for Infusionsoft, I wish I had known about this offer that you guys are going to get. And but then we'll take some questions too, okay? And thanks for your patience, friends. So a peek into upcoming developments. That's what we're talking about. Facebook Camera Effects platform. Earlier this year at the F8 Developer Conference, Mark Zuckerberg got up there and he's like, look, the camera is the first augmented reality platform. And this, it does have sound, don't worry about it, but I'm just showing you a little clip. Here he is on stage, and watch what he's doing. He's showing you up here what's called object recognition. And this is as if you were pointing your phone. I'm going to back it up so you can see that. Pointing your phone. This is you holding your phone up to a table with a cup of coffee and a bottle of wine. I'm just going one more time. And what he is saying is that information card. Actually, I'm going to hit pause on that because this is a really important point. The information card that's popping up as you hold your phone looking at an object is going to give you maybe the vintage, the rating, more information about it. And he literally said in this video, he said, and in the future, which could be, who knows, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, maybe just around the corner, there would even be a link to buy that. What? Whoa. Could you imagine that, going into a store or anywhere and you just point your phone at something and go, yep, I'll buy that. Yep, I'll buy that. We'll see. Maybe Amazon will get there before us. Facebook Spaces, I don't know. Unless you're a total VR, virtual reality, you have the goggles, you can now, but see, the thing is that you can now broadcast to Facebook Live using Facebook Spaces. I think this has a ways to go. It's not necessarily for mainstream marketers, but you know, it's out there. You can broadcast to Facebook Live using these silly goggles. However, the Oculus Rift. In the future, VR and AR headsets will look more like Ray-Bans. That's what Zuck says. And he even said in one of the earnings calls this year, in the future, like 10 years in the future, he literally said, we might not even have large screen televisions on our walls or wherever in our living rooms. You know what we're going to have? Watch this. Contact lenses. What? This is way in the future. Pop-up pair contact lenses, and it projects information out in front of you. That's where this is getting way far out there, friends, way far out there. One more thing, and we'll summarize. Secret Building 8, that is literally what it's called. This is Facebook's team here. There's many of them working in Secret Building 8. They're bringing out in May a smart speaker with a screen. It's going to be similar to Amazon's Echo. They got Amazon Echo Show. We'll see how we go with that one on privacy, right? They're working on a 360-degree camera. Artificial reality, of course, augmented reality, brain scanning technology, futuristic wearables, smart glasses, sensor lead necklace. What? What is that? I don't know. Maybe it's like mala beads. Drones, disruptive shopping experience. This is like Facebook. I always like to show this slide because people think, oh my God, organic reach is down and all the young folks are not on Facebook anymore. You got to look at beyond just the Facebook app. Obviously that's the mothership, but there's so much more to Facebook. And then even look at this. OMG, I'm literally making the cursor type that. I swear my hands are not on the keyboard. That was Zuck's video. Zuck put his video out. And this little, they're working on a system to let you type straight from your brain 5 times faster than type in your phone. Eventually they'll turn it into wearable technology. So that's a long ways away. So let's dial it back now. I said I'd tell you what you can do now, not 10 years in the future. We're like, what? That's so amazing. It's so scary but amazing. All right, you definitely need to up your video content. Be careful posting too many links on Facebook. Every time you post a link, think to yourself, how can I make a quick video teaser here or a quick video version or a slideshow and put that instead, but then you can still put the link in. Increase your usage of Facebook Live. Facebook really wants us to embrace that live television component. Build for mobile, like I say, square in video, and then the canvas, integrate Messenger, consider a bot. Definitely want to amplify your reach and results using Ads Manager. Stay away from the boost button as much as possible. And get ready for m-commerce, mobile commerce, messenger commerce, being able to buy and sell right inside of Messenger. And don't forget, this is something very close to my heart. As the author of one of my books is called The New Relationship Marketing. It really is all about relationships. Community and service will always prevail. And some different brands that I work with, which I love my clients so much. And then this is just a special that you can get from me, a free video gear list. I just brought this out the other day. It's a 28-page PDF. It's amazing. It shows you exactly what you need, lighting, and I wish I was on camera right now, but you can see me on camera on my Facebook page anytime. And I break it down into lighting, camera, and microphone. And then I have a new course coming out. It's actually launching next week, my Facebook results, my fast Facebook results. You can get more information about that at myfacebook.com/FB Live. I'm going to come back to this in a moment. But
I just dropped it into the chat Jimmy, as well. I'm sorry. I just dropped that link into the chat for you. No problem.
Outstanding. That's it. So that's my last slide for this. And now the next slides are for you, Jimmy. So I'm going to be quiet for a little bit, and then we'll get some questions.
All right. All right. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Mari. Mari is absolutely incredible, and one of the reasons why I was so excited that we got her on here is specifically because I've seen so many of my clients and actually family members who are also who have leveraged our solution use her strategies. And she knows which family members I'm talking about, so she can attest to this being true. Entrepreneurs just like you. You use her strategies with our solution, and be able to do incredible things, because her strategy is truly help you gain the exposure, build your brand, and get your leads that you're looking for. And then our solution is designed to help you capture those leads, help you get them into one place, help you be able to follow up in a personalized way that also represents your brand, that complements where they came from, and then be able to convert them into customers, get repeat sales, get reviews, get everything that you need to do. It's absolutely a killer combination for a business. It's truly a growth strategy at that point, and it's a growth solution that's truly exciting for me. I don't know if you can tell that I'm excited, but I get really excited about this sort of thing because I've seen it work so many times, and so it most definitely is something that I get pumped about. So I apologize if I'm overly excited at all, but that's just how I get. So, but what I want to do is I want to kind of walk you through what it looks like to become an Infusionsoft customer as well. So, very simply, Mari, can you go ahead and up at the top, go ahead and share your slides again? I apologize.
Yeah,
I clicked on the wrong thing there. I shouldn't have touched anything. So as far as normally to get started with Infusionsoft, now this is a spoiler alert. I'm going to let people in on this call. Okay, I got approval for 70 of our attendees to get let in on our Black Friday special before that actually goes live to the public. So I'll go ahead and show it to you. If you don't want to look at this, I apologize, but this is kind of what it is. So as far as what Infusionsoft typically takes to get started, it's usually basically there's a consulting fee, and then there's the monthly fee. Consulting fee is usually around $2,000. That was on the last slide. And then it's usually about $99 a month. Now, Black Friday, that's not what we pay, obviously. You know. But I'm not going to make you wait in the cold or anything after eating a turkey dinner. So basically, what you get with Infusionsoft, you get stability, you get over 99% deliverability, you get unlimited phone and technical support, you get a personal consultant who works with you one-on-one to build out your marketing campaigns and put it in place in a way that makes sense. And you can ask Mari back in 2009 because we were both around at that time. And this is, I want to say 100 times easier. I don't know what the actual percentage would be as far as easier to implement, to set up, and to grow your business than it was back when she got started. But she kind of muscled through it. You can tell she's a tough gal. But now it's set up to where any business owner, your average lawyer, accountant, realtor, your average online business, whoever it is, knows it has enough knowledge to be able to build out some very sophisticated marketing campaigns and things like that within our solution. Not only that, we team you up with a professional who works with you one-on-one. Okay, that's how Mari actually met some of the members of my family originally, one-on-one to put it together and get it in place in a way that makes sense for you. So normally that costs $2,000, but you're not going to pay that today should you decide to get started. So let's go ahead and go to the next slide there, Mari. All right, so the Black Friday special early access. Like I said, we've got the budget for about 70, and this is literally going to take out of what we'll have available for Black Friday, which will be released next week because most of our employees don't want to actually work on Black Friday, so they're going to release it next week before Thanksgiving. If you're in the States, you know what I mean there. So let's go ahead. So the implementation cost is actually going to be waived completely. Now, that doesn't mean that we're not going to perform the services. I'm still going to give you the $2,000 service. I'm just not going to charge you for it. Okay, so let me be very clear. I'm not saying, hey, you can get around paying for this service. I'm saying I'm going to give you all of the services, but they're going to be completely for free. Okay, Mari, how much did you pay for implementation when you got started?
$5,000.
$5,000, okay? and I was in sales back then, so I know a lot of people who paid that, okay? Now the implementation costs $2,000. We've kind of streamlined stuff. Like I said, it's a lot more simple. We used to have to do a lot more for people back when Mari got started, but technology's come a long way. We've invested about $200 million into the software. That's a lot when it comes to developing and making it easier. Additionally, okay, the starter subscription package, which gives you landing pages, marketing automation, CRM, email marketing, everything that you need to be successful is $99 per month. Okay, this is about as little risk as you could ever have in getting started with by far the most powerful solution for small businesses. And I know that Mari agrees with that as well in helping you grow. And so I would highly recommend, I'm going to drop the link into the chat here, and I'll give you the link to take advantage of that. Fill it out, and we'll connect you with one of our experts, and they'll be able to help you out as far as getting things rolling for you. They'll also be able to walk through with you and talk through your business, kind of break down your sales and marketing funnel, and make sure that you have everything that you need, and also that additionally you're not paying for anything that you don't need as well. So I'll be dropping that link into the chat here in just a second, and other than that, let's go ahead.
I put it on that slide. I forgot about that. I've made a bit.ly out of it. It's the exact same link. Infusionsof_bonus. So that's just on the slides. I forgot it was on there.
you made the bit.ly link, huh? Look at her.
I did. So and then we can leave that slide up.
She's gonna put me out of work here soon.
Yeah, not at all. So we can leave this slide up so people can see the two different invitations there. So
perfect. So one is to get to Mari's Facebook Live so that you can get instant access on some of her courses, stuff like that. She has incredible education to help you grow your business. I can't endorse Mari enough. She's absolutely incredible. And then the other one is take advantage of the offer. Now, if you're talking to someone from down here as well, they will all have the link to Mari's Facebook as well. So if for whatever reason, if you don't get that as well, and you're talking to someone, I'm going to make sure that everybody in the group that would talk you through kind of getting started here is going to have that as well. And tell your friends about it. It's super cool. Like I said, Mari's incredibly knowledgeable, and we are very lucky to have her here. So, all right. So let's go ahead and run through some questions here. So we had a lot of questions. So we're going to get started with some of the Facebook questions. Simon asks, my target is business owners, small and medium, sounds like ours, Simon. Is Gen Z really my target? Question mark.
Oh, probably not. No. I didn't say that it was. I just said that Gen Z is a demographic segment that we all ought to be just keeping an eye on. They're our future. They're the future employees and business owners.
That doesn't mean that they don't hang out on Facebook, though, right?
The Gen Z is not. They're not on Facebook as much. Gen Z are probably more likely to be on YouTube or Snapchat.
Okay. So if that's not his market, then Simon, his market, then that's not a bad thing necessarily, then, right?
Exactly. Yeah. No.
All right. Perfect. Next question. So, how would you recommend using proxy metric to build my business, to build a business driving ad campaigns? Okay, so first of all, you're going to want to create your own benchmarks. So I'll give you an example. When I'm doing a Facebook Live broadcast, I will keep an eye on the reach. So I broadcast quite a lot through desktop. There's some wonderful, wonderful desktop apps. BeLive.tv is a good example. Blue Jeans is one that does a video conferencing. There's Wirecast, lots of great ones. So what I'll do is I look at the reach, and I have my own what I call my success metric, and it has come down a little bit, I will be honest, because of how the Facebook keeps playing with the algorithms. And probably about between 9 and 12 months ago, I was able to get 100,000 reach, and I have about 220,000 fans on my page. So I knew that when my video, sometimes the live broadcast, it would hit about 10 minutes in, 20 minutes in of maybe a 40-minute broadcast, and I hit that 100,000 mark. I'm like, okay, good. That is my own personal success metric, my first success metric of doing, in this instance, a Facebook Live. Then what I would do, I have this whole methodology. I call it my Mari method. I don't
promote that right away. When I've done the Facebook Live, I'll let it sit for up to 24 hours, about 1 to 24 hours, and let it get more reach. It might get another 10, 20,000 reach. And then I'll put some budget on it inside of Ads Manager, and my goal is to get, X more reach and X more video views. And so you're using all of that, but ultimately this is what I mentioned earlier about it being all part of an integrated, holistic approach, right? I'm not just going for the reach. And I have these sayings out there, like content is king, but engagement is queen, and she rules the house. So engagement is definitely important. You can't just shove content out there, and then forget. You don't just sit and forget content. You've got to engage with your audience, and Facebook Live is a wonderful way to do that. So is video, and obviously comments and interactions. But ultimately, you've got to drive them somewhere. You've got to get that traffic. You've got to get those people signing up to be leads, and then nurture those leads, and then convert them into sales. So, the person that asked the question, it's really the proxy metrics are kind of the beginning component of your end-to-end campaign. They're an integral part of it, and you need to set your own success metrics. And also, I'll make a note of this. You want to go to Facebook's Success Stories. If you just Google it, Facebook Success Stories, they have a huge repository, a huge collection of wonderful case studies, and before and after, and you can see some of the success metrics and proxy metrics and actual real ROI that companies all over the world are getting from using Facebook ads.
All right, fantastic. So let's go to the next one here. All right, is there a difference between engagement in a video? My age of business type is typically 35 to 55 of age, and in the medical industry. This is from Andre.
Is there a difference in engagement between in videos?
I think, yeah, engagement in videos specifically. So this came through around the time when you were talking about some of the video engagement, and how that was a lot higher than typical engagement. So
yes, it is. It's higher on videos, and it's even higher on live. Now, my friends, I'm glad that this question came up, Andre, because there's some cool stuff that you can do with the Messenger bot. So like with ManyChat, and there's others out there. I'm just using them as an example because that's the one I've been experimenting with for a few months now. And you can set it up to do a scheduled Facebook Live, and then you take the URL of that scheduled Facebook Live. There's many different tools that let you schedule. You're live up 7 days ahead of time. You Messenger bot.
Hey, Mari, you broke out a little bit there. Do you mind saying that again? Mari? Hey, can you hear me now? I can hear you now. You broke up for about 30 seconds there. So, so if you don't mind answering that question again, I apologize, but it sounded like you were underwater for a second, and then,
that's no good.
I couldn't hear you at all. So go ahead.
Yikes. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're connecting ManyChat, which is one of the solutions out there to create a bot in your Messenger, on your business page Messenger. And then you could do a scheduled Facebook Live. You could use a tool like Wirecast or BeLive.tv. Schedule that Facebook Live up to 7 days in advance, but you go into, before you go live, you set up what's called a comment trigger. So let's say you're doing a giveaway. You're giving something of value, a PDF, a download, a tutorial, a video. And then you've set it up that when people comment with a certain trigger word on your Facebook Live, your Messenger bot will instantly message that person with the information they've just asked for. So it's super powerful. And the reason I'm telling you this, friends, is because Facebook's algorithms actually will give you more reach. They'll give you higher visibility in the news feed on a video, especially a live video that has a lot of action. So if you're telling people, hey, comment with the word, download or free gifts, or Black Friday or whatever you set it up for, and they've put that trigger word in there, and they maybe, depending on how many people you have watching live, they're going to put that in there, and Facebook's algorithms are, there's a lot happening here. There's a whole bunch of people are commenting all at once on this video, on this live. It must be something important. We'll give it more reach. And then, of course, once you've done the live, you can turn that into an ad. You can just, promote it in Ads Manager. Still, with the comment trigger in place, you can get all these leads coming into your Messenger. So hopefully that makes sense.
Certainly did to me. All right, so then the next one. Do you have comments on whether Facebook can be used effectively to reach to enterprise-level B2B type markets such as K-12 education, or should we be using Facebook primarily for our B2C ads? I know I have my own opinions about this, but I'd love to hear yours, Mari.
This is a brilliant question. I love this too. It's such an intelligent audience today. I love it, Jimmy. So here's the thing, because it's kind of like this. People get set in their ways, and social media has been around, 10, 12 years now. And we think that, business people here, we think that LinkedIn is the place to go for B2B marketing. And it certainly is. And then people think, Facebook's just for kids, or it's for whatever, it's for B2C, or it's better if you have a retail store. But here's the thing, that over 2 billion people are on Facebook. And that includes executives and CEOs, C-suite decision makers at B2B companies. And they will get on Facebook and they'll check, maybe not as much, they're not on an hour a day, they might be on a few minutes a day, or an average, a couple times a week they'll hop onto Facebook. But they definitely are on Facebook, and you can target them with extremely granular ad targeting, with exactly where they work, with job titles, with their interests, obviously with their age. So the more you know about your target audience, and you've crafted very carefully your customer persona or your avatar, you have all the specific languaging, and you can dial that really tightly in to your Facebook ad sequencing. But the mistake people make is hoping to get land a big customer just from putting an ad one time into Facebook. It's really part of a sequence. That's where Infusionsoft really comes into its own as well, being able to do that whole nurture sequence with the campaign and giving free, valuable information. There's some great companies out there that do just really a great job of these kinds of things we're talking about here. So one of the things I recommend, actually, as a consumer, because we're all consumers as well here, is that you watch your Facebook newsfeed, especially your mobile, and pay attention to the ads. And you know what I do? I take screenshots all the time. I save video ads. You can save. You just tap the little dots, and you can save anything on Facebook you can save. And then I also take a screenshot, and I study about, what worked about that, or why am I seeing this, or that didn't work so well, or this one really worked well. So yeah, just a hot tip for everybody.
Yeah, I completely agree, and that's actually a question that I've gotten many times over the years. Is they say, well, if I do B2B, Facebook, that's not really my thing. Well, I agree that people don't get on Facebook to look for B2B, but Facebook marketing is very different than someone Googling something, right? And it's easy to target people, and those people who work in those jobs, whether you're B2B or B2C, they're still on Facebook in most cases. And Facebook has a tremendous amount of knowledge about everybody, and it's just absolutely incredible what they can do. So what Mari said was absolutely brilliant, but again, I guess even on a more basic level for what I'm saying, it's something where I've seen it work so many times. I can't endorse it enough for the incredible things that I've seen it do for people. So Maxwell has a question here. It says Wave.com link has nothing to do with a video app. Can you verify that?
It's Wave.video.
Wave.video, Maxwell.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you typed it in wrong, buddy. Next question. Vicky says, what is a Bush button?
Ha! Boost! B-O-O-S-T. Boost.
Okay, she put B-U-S-H, so.
It must be my accent.
Well, and not only that, I would have spelt it the same way, so I can't blame her for that. All right, and she said, this is good information. Passing by quickly. It's too quickly to take notes. what can we do to follow up with support and provide for this presentation? So you're going to provide the presentation to us, right? And that way our people can get it out to anyone who requests it once you talk to one of our representatives down here, and we'll get it out to you, as well as if you fill out that if you decide to get started as well, you can fill that out, or you could go to mauriesmith.com/FB Live, okay? And I guarantee you there is the information that you learned today and more in more consumable formats with Maury Smith. So,
thank you.
Would you agree with that?
I do have a new course. I do have a new course coming up. That'll
Awesome.
be also launched next week. Yeah. Facebook Live and Facebook ads. Be really, really powerful. So for a lot of folks here.
Fantastic. All right, and another one from Maxwell. What does look-alike mean?
Oh, great. Okay, so Facebook, everybody's familiar, presumably everybody's familiar with like what a target audience means, right? It has all the right demographics. And then you can do things like upload your own email list or segments of your email list and say, hey, Facebook, find these people who are on my list, find them on Facebook, and it will match 40, 50% of them. But then what you do, even with that audience, that's your starter audience. Oh, by the way, I should back up for a second. People always say to me, why would I bother doing a Facebook ad to people when they're already on my list? Well, and I know here we are with one of the top email marketing companies in the world, Infusionsoft, and I'm going to say this, friends, I get 100% email open rate. Said nobody ever. Okay, nobody gets 100% email open rate. That is why you actually want to do ads to people on your email list, and sometimes it's even to bring them back and get them more engaged. Then what you can do, the lookalike component, is you can take any audience. It could be people that have viewed your video, people that have visited your website but not purchased, or people that your best customers, people that spend X amount of dollars with you each year or month or whatever it is. And you say to Facebook, hey, find me people that look like this. And it's magic. It's absolute magic, because what happens is that it's not like, okay, they're all, 32-year-old white males, married with one kid. Okay, they're going to match all those people. It's really, really cleverly done, where it's like, oh, this group, your core group of your best customers, let's say, turns out a lot of them play tennis. And, oh, wow, wouldn't they know? The algorithms all figured out. Oh, the tennis players also happen to drive this kind of car and go to this kind of restaurant. We don't even know the workings of it. There's hundreds, actually there's thousands and thousands of different weights that they put into it. So anyway, that just gives you another additional expanded audience to target with your offer.
Here's an interesting fact as well regarding email marketing there, Maury, and advertising with it. So typically on some kind of a newsletter or sort of a more nurture type list, right? Your open rate is going to be, depending on the size of your list, stuff like that, somewhere between between 10 and 20%. That if you're doing a decent job, but let's say that they engage with something, and then a remarketing campaign from that. So if you present an ad in front of someone who has engaged with something, maybe they've clicked on something, maybe they just opened it, right? The great thing about our solution is we can identify those people. And then if you advertise to people like that, or those people specifically, right, and then you run some sort of remarketing campaign, your open rate on those is over 80% on average. Over 80%. And so if you can connect with them in another way and know who's engaging with your list and have that working with your ads, the likelihood that they're going to kind of connect with you is so much higher. And so that's why these strategies, when working together, are so powerful, is because it really puts you in the driver's seat of your revenue. So, Mark also asks, it's the boost button. Just don't use it on Facebook to reach out to more people. It costs typically about $20 is what he's saying. So I'm not sure if that's a question or a comment. But
it's just responding to the comment about the boost button.
Got it. Okay. So hi, Maury. Thank you. If you see this, do you still think that using Power Edition in Google is still better. I don't see all the promotions in Firefox. I'm not sure exactly what all that means, but I'm guessing you do.
So it's Power Editor. She's referring to Power Editor, which is a Google. I had the word Google in front of me. Facebook has two places that you can purchase ads with the really granular targeting and all of the different options. So that is called Ads Manager. You can just get that at facebook.com/ads, or you can get to it from your personal account or from your business manager. But what she's talking about here is actually Donna, right? She's talking about Power Editor is a Chrome. You really better using it in Chrome, not Firefox. And I don't know if she means Google there or not. But Google, you're going to use.
Yeah, she clarified that she meant Google.
Oh,
so I'm guessing she means Chrome. Yeah, because she's referring to Firefox.
So you said, do you still think that Power Editor in Google is still better? Oh, in Chrome. I see what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely need to use Power Editor in Chrome. Chrome is Google's browser. I see what you're saying.
Perfect.
Definitely, yeah.
Perfect. All right, Alan asks, Mari, is it me, or do lookalike audiences always perform worse than saved audiences? Love the concept, but it seems like it never works for me as good.
Okay, Alan, when you create a lookalike audience, Facebook gives you that little slider, and it starts out at 1%. You can go 1%, 2%, 5, 10, and it goes all the way up from there. And the audience gets bigger and bigger and bigger the more you move that slider. Now, I think it defaults to 1%. I recommend, Alan, that you go to 2%. Push it up to 2%. That's going to give you millions in your target. But do not place your ad to millions. You take that core lookalike audience of the 2%. That means that you're reaching 2% of the possible people that look like your core audience. And then you're still going to drill down and add some more parameters. And you're going to get it to be maybe about 500,000 would be, I don't know, that would be much more than that. It used to be that the sweet spot for your target audience size was between 30,000 and about 350,000. But then I have some of my colleagues who say, no, they're getting some great luck with doing great ROI, great responses, great results with targeting as many as 1 million. But I wouldn't make it like 2 or 3 or 5 million. That's just silly. That's silly. When you place an ad, and unless you're spending
a lot of money.
Yeah, you're spending blue coal bucks, epic amounts of, back that truck up and just dump money on Facebook. The algorithms are going to go, uh-oh, we got a right one here, we got a newbie here. They think they can reach millions for $50, and your ad will just not even perform. So, Alan, a couple things there. Watch what the budget is that you're spending, and definitely narrow it down more with the granular targeting.
Also, to anyone on there, if you fill out our link and you would like some help with Facebook ads, or even someone to manage some of that for you as well, or maybe you have a team and you'd like some of that, I'd recommend one of two or both things. So Mari's course, we also have some things where we'll do some of that for you, but I'm always in favor first of doing it yourself. That's why Mari's course is so fantastic. But if it ever gets to that point, we offer some of those services as well for our clients, so we can always work with you there as well. So just keep that in the back of your mind. You will always be in good shape no matter what. That's one of the great things about partnering with groups like this. So Alicia also asked, does the custom audience ads only get shown to people on that list?
Yes, that's correct. That's absolutely correct, Alicia. That's the beauty of custom audiences. Yeah.
Perfect. How can we send ads without buying them when a huge percentage of your niche audience is in groups? Why pay for it when you know where they already are? So, I mean, Gail, I got to say, if you already know where all of them are, then what's the point in advertising at all? But at the same time, typically ads will get things more strategically in front of people who maybe are a little bit closer to purchasing. That's my opinion, Mari. I'd love to hear what you have to say about that.
Yeah, Gail, good to see you here. Thanks for being on. But yeah, no, if you're already doing great, this is the thing. Let me tell you a stat, my friends. There are 70 million active business pages, so businesses with active Facebook pages. Out of those 17 million, now let me just remember the last stat, it keeps going up, 6 million. There are 6 million active advertisers. That means 64 million businesses do not advertise on Facebook. It's difficult. It's complicated. It's tricky. People have lost money. But you know what? Man, when you really figure it out, you can make millions. You can make, I know companies that have gone from 1 million to 10 million in their revenue in 18 months using lookalike audiences. That's actually a wonderful company called Little Passports. Little Passports is a subscription business for children. They send these wonderful little educational things in the mail. And they're actually on track for 30 million now. And they're all from using Facebook ads and particularly lookalike audiences. So Gail, I love that you bring this up. And you're right, groups, there's huge power in groups. And Facebook's eventually going to bring out ads inside of groups. And they're really pushing groups this year and building community and adding new features. So to me, it's a both and. It's a both and world. In other words, you know, ads as well as groups.
Yeah, great point there. Now, Carol had some concerns when you were talking about brain scanning with some of the different things. I mentioned to her in the chat that I think that's a future thing, and you know, I know that if 10 years ago, if I thought that people knew exactly what I was clicking on, what I was searching for, and what I was doing online, that would freak me out then too. So I got to think that this will be done in a way that makes sense. But wanted you to cover that as well.
Oh yeah, like let's take maybe one or two more questions. It's not that it scans the brain. I don't know much about it. That's all I know. You literally control some kind of a device with your thoughts. It doesn't scan your brain. Funnily enough, I thought the same thing too. I thought, oh my God, can I read my thoughts? No.
All right, so we've got
that's way down the road.
Here's another one. If you are aware of your audience has probably indicated certain items of interest by liking pages and joining groups. If you can use that info to target ads, not sure if that is helpful to your question. I'm not sure where that.
She's talking to Gail. She's giving an answer to Gail.
Okay.
But it's a good point she brings up.
Perfect. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. If I want to start marketing my business, but I don't have any contacts yet, should I still be getting Infusionsoft? So I know that I have my answer. That's from Alicia. I have my answer, but I'd be interested to hear what you have to say there, Mari.
No, you answer.
All right. Well, you know, here's the great thing. So I've worked for Infusionsoft for almost 7 years, or a little more than 7 years now. And so with that, I've been able to see many of my clients do incredible things. And some of them were just getting started, had absolutely no leads. Now, if you have no leads, you have to have something else. And that something else is exactly what Mari's been talking about. Because what Mari's been talking about is the ways to gain exposure. Okay, exposure helps you get leads. Okay, now you can do one of two things. You can just get a bunch of likes, and you can say I have the most popular fan page in the world, right? But unless you're able to turn those likes into leads and start monetizing that, right? They're only of so much value to you right now.
Yeah.
And even someone who is, you know, a Facebook master who probably could turn a lot of that into money, like Mari, will agree with me there, because it's something where you need two things. You need traffic and you need lead generation. And then once you generate the leads, you need conversion strategies and things like that. And that's all what we do. We help you capture the lead. Okay, capturing the lead itself goes partially with what Mari was talking about, partially with what we do. And then, you know, and she helps you generate what she's talking about is generating the traffic, getting exposure, getting people to look at you, getting people to walk by your store, essentially, if you were thinking about it, you know, kind of like a brick and mortar. But then you got to get something to draw them in, and then you have to have something to sell them. And that's where we help out. We help you convert those leads. We help you get the most out of any spend that you ever put onto Facebook. You know, if you're going to lead generation is oftentimes the most expensive part of your sales and marketing funnel. I know Mari would agree with that. She can typically make it a lot more efficient, but at the same time, it's expensive. or it can be expensive. And so let's make sure that we're capitalizing on that investment as much as possible, and we're converting as many of those leads as possible. And that's really where we come into play. So yeah, you kind of need both. A lot of the time is the short answer, but I thought it needed a little bit of explanation there as well. So Megan asks.
I gotta run.
Oh,
I gotta run.
All right. We will. We'll go ahead and and this. I've got a couple more Infusionsoft-based questions. I'll answer those, and then we'll go. So, all right.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Mari. I know that we went way over, and I apologize for that. You're so busy. So thank you so much, and we will we'll connect with you later. And if there's any other questions, I'll email you, and we'll get an answer to people if there's any questions I'm not sure
Absolutely.
about. Okay?
Absolutely. Be happy to do that.
Thank you so much for
Jimmy.
joining
Thank
me
you,
today.
everybody.
Thanks, Mari.
Absolutely.
All right. Bye. So I've got a question here. Infusionsoft is highly recommended. I run a plaza real estate business in South Africa. Eric's asked. Fantastic. I've worked with tons and tons and tons of real estate clients over the years, and it's typically a fantastic business, especially because it's such a consultative-based business and service. So, excellent question there. Let's see. Asking how do charities use the funnel? Same way. It's a matter of engaging with people in a personalized and automated way. Being able to stay in front of people, being able to be very personalized with people. So, Alicia, yes, it will be. Let's see here. Do you have any real-world examples of consumer goods startups that have used Facebook ads and Infusionsoft? Absolutely. So, so I worked with a client a while back who sold. I don't want to say their business because I didn't ask them before this because this is an impromptu question. So, so they sold a medication that helps with concentration for college students and things like that. So typically they're marketing to two groups. One was the college students. One was the parents of the college students. Okay, it was basically an alternative to something like Adderall, right? A natural alternative. And so basically they started out by, well, they hadn't launched yet when I talked to them the first time. This a couple years ago. They got started, and their primary source of advertising was on the negative effects of Adderall, Ritalin, things like that. Okay, and that was their lead magnet, and they used Facebook for that. And then they would pull the lead in, and then they would start marketing them about their solution, offer a free trial, convert that to a paid customer, and grow bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, last time I talked to them was about a year ago. Okay, and they had been a customer for about a year and a half. Okay, they were over $8 million in revenue at that point. Okay, now this is someone who didn't have one sale when we started. Okay, when I started talking to them, they hadn't launched yet. All right, it took them about 3 months after they actually got started with us to launch, but they were building their email list. Okay, and they used exclusively Facebook ads to generate their traffic and everything. It was absolutely incredible. All right, hopefully that worked as an example. How long does the $99 price last? The $99 price point is for the life of your account. You know, if you add other features, so if you decide, hey, I want to add a shopping cart or something like that, Megan, or I'm sorry, yeah, Megan, then you know that might push your price a little bit, right? Or if you get you know, a big list at some point, that might change the price a little bit, but it doesn't change it extensively. That's the great thing. Okay, once you're a customer, we want you to be a customer forever, and that is the reality here. And so we work with you on that, and it most certainly, for lack of better words, it works. It's absolutely incredible. So if it does change down the road, okay, your business will have grown in between. We want you to stay with us for as long as possible. So, alrighty. Let's see. let's see. All right. Nadia has an endorsement. It sounds like they use Infusionsoft. So endorsement for us. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let's see here. All right. We got some other happy customers there. Fantastic. Any other questions? Do we have an affiliate program? Yes, we do, most certainly. So when you talk to someone down here, Megan, talk to them about that. They'd be happy to help you get signed up and get going for that. So Nadia, I will we'll get you a slide deck, stuff like that. Let's see. I think that Megan, I've got a few people asking about Brad's question. I'm not sure where that is. I've got a whole lot of questions here. Is it in here still? No. Can someone? People seem to want me to answer this. I'd be happy to. I just don't know where it is right now. So I've got a lot of questions here. Go ahead and relay what that is. So the part about any value adds or anything special for people who are already customers, I got two things for you. One, I'm more than happy to get you the deck here from Mari. Two, we've got three things. Two, we've got the actual the course from Mari, which she has some free courses, stuff like that, on her Facebook page there. Help you get more leads. Three, if you email me, I can get you in touch with our Facebook ads team. We have a relationship with Facebook directly as well. We can help you buy ads, stuff like that. Get them for a better price. We've got basically what we do is I'm in the marketing department and demand generation, so I know what our Infusionsoft's budget is on Facebook advertising. And I also know what we've done is we've bundled our budget with a pool of what our clients want to spend as well, and several of our clients. And so we have Facebook ad services where it's bundled together. So you basically get big business pricing with us but you get it with your budget. And what we do is we have a service where we basically take all the heavy lifting out of it. We build your pages for you, build your opt-ins, run split tests for you, everything like that, and then report back on the data, feed everything directly into your Infusionsoft application. There's a direct integration there. So yeah, shoot me an email if you'd like to learn more about that. If you're already a customer as well, I'll shoot you, and I'll get you in touch with the people who can talk to you about that. So I'm putting my email into the chat. All right. Hello. This is our customer here in the Netherlands market, but I'm going to support. Shoot me an email. We will help you out as far as getting that taken care of for you. Okay. Lex. We want everyone to be very happy. So, all right. Any other questions here? Did I miss any? Okay. All right. What we're going to do, I will send you all. We're going to send everybody the replay as well, just so that you know. And the reason is because I think we nearly hit capacity on this today. And so because of that, it seemed like there were some audio issues. I'm assuming that's why we had issues. So, Ready Talk is our webinar solution, and so I can't speak to necessarily why there was problems. I know that we had a huge audience today, so I'm not sure why exactly, but why there was issues exactly. I know why we had a big audience because it's an awesome topic, and it was incredible content. And hopefully, it's worth your time, even though there's some frustration for some of you, and I know that. So, either way. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll send everybody the replay who registered today, and we will make sure that you get that. Fill out the link. $99 to get this started. Okay, you can ask anyone who's already a customer. That's a steal. That is, in my time here, that's the best deal I've ever seen. No joke, okay? I'm not sure if you've heard all the dings in the background here. Those are all people coming in and registering for this. But we'll get you in touch with one of our reps. They'll help you get everything started. This is, like I said, this is the best deal I've ever seen on Infusionsoft. If you're wanting to know exactly what it would look like, if you have questions about functionality, anything like that, fill that out, get you in touch with one of our experts here, and they'll break it all down for you. All right? Either way, it's an incredible opportunity to get started with Infusionsoft. We have 70 available right now, and that is literally taking away against what our Black Friday promotion will be. That's going to be released on Monday to the general public, so I'll be emailing about 600,000 people with that tomorrow on Monday. So it's going to go super fast, so I'd recommend getting in now. If we don't fill it up from the webinar, then I won't have to send the big email. So, all right, thank you so much. Look forward to hearing about your success. Feel free to email me with any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that. Jimmy.Talbert@Infusionsoft.com. Connect with me on LinkedIn. Thank you so much for your time. Take care, everyone. Bye.